Welcome to today's live stream. We're gonna do some more No Man's Sky, some base building with the big base. Timmy's with me, of course. Timmy. Look at the camera. There's the camera. There you go. All you gotta do is look at the camera one time. That's it. Now you can have your snack. So you're gonna look at the camera to get it. Get it? Want it? No? Put it right here over your foot. Don't give me that look. It's on your foot. Look, you're right here. Okay. He's upset. I've been gone all day so far, trying to help my mother buy a new car for herself. And you know, hour of looking and test driving, and then 3 hours of paperwork going back and forth trying to get stuff finalized for it. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to having to buy my next car now after that. That was a pain. Yes, say hi. Look at that. Look right there. Look. Oh. Come on. Okay, there he goes. Now he's gonna eat it. Yeah, we're gonna do some No Man's Sky today, because I want to wrap up this big base at least, and do some more decorating with it, and then I think that will be a good point where we can maybe take a break again from No Man's Sky, get a fresh start with, say, Planet Crafter, in preparation for the upcoming update that's gonna hit this month. I believe it said, yeah, this month, October, with a new biome, lava type biome, which would be interesting. Already done? Yeah. Don't lick my hand. What? Okay, you lick my hand that way. Boop. There we go. Fist bump. No. Shake hands. Shake hands. Shake hands. There you go. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Don't not fall over. But okay. Now he's like, I'm gonna lay down. What you want? All right, we'll go ahead and get this as it's loading in. Always takes so long to load first starting the game with this base because it's so big. Our base is much faster to get started, and then this one is like, just it seems to really drag and getting loaded. Granted, I do have like, it's like right at close to 5,000 pieces on the base. Yeah, here we go. There. All right, so we got. See, I'm pretty sure I like the way the mining setup is done. For that, I'm not worried about it. I do like the idea of taking out all of that stretch now that it kind of is working a bit more consistently, or maybe at least taking like the stretch, a big chunk of that stretch out, so it's not as visible. Because I did take. I did get that working last time. So I know one thing I need to go ahead and fix, which is this. Go ahead and get the railing. You don't want to have anybody fall off. Always a bad idea to fall off. It's kind of a pain to get back up top. Then okay, so we got that. Still got to figure out what I want to do for this. I do like this shape. I just want to do, hey, some kind of rooftop element. And I don't want it to be flat. Oh. Nope. I could do these. It's just going to be the corners are going to be the problem. So, oh, somebody landing right behind me. See, that's why I say it'd be great if they had a merge thing. Yo, Anthony. Thanks for joining. Like, you know, some games you put multiple pieces together and it merges them into like a smoother shape. It's still a separate piece like this. It's not some special piece, but it gets rid of the awkward corners. I guess I'm just gonna have to go with these awkward corners here with this to make it work. You know, they could do something like that where it creates a rounded effect to each component. So you don't get this looking thing with the seams like that. Yeah. There's one game I remember looking at one time, thinking of getting it. I want to say it was maybe Draw Life was the name. It was a survival crafting game. I don't know how much base building it had, but all the survival stuff, like your armor and everything, you literally would draw it. So you want to have a mask, you would draw it, and it would create the mask from your drawing. I was like, that's kind of neat, you know? That seems like interesting. It's a different take, you know. It's not gonna, you know, you're gonna have to really develop your artistic skills to make it look really cool. But, you know, it'd be a fun one as far as you get to be a little bit more creative by drawing everything. I never got around to actually giving it a try. I think they ended up, like, it got abandoned by the dev. I wonder if I can do like an alternating. Well, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, kind of that oddball shape. Okay, maybe I'll do it. Oh, I can target. Okay, so we do like that, and that. Which is not the nicest looking thing, but it's much taller. Oh, somebody else landing. I think this is what I was trying to use before, was this piece, and yeah, that's what I was using before because it gave that ugly look to it. I think I'll have to just do like I'm just gonna do like floor pieces, which I did not want to have a flat roof to it, but I guess I could do something to kind of work around that. You know what, let me start with this corner. Yep, corner. Come on. It's right there. One of the bad things about this is placement of elements is still just so iffy at times. Like, can I seriously not place a triangle like at the top? I can't place it on the connection below either. That's none of these are giving me a placement option. See, like, that's bad. Hey, Felonius, good afternoon to you. Like, why would you not have it where I can place, you know, a triangle? Why would you not want to have the triangle be placeable right there? That seems, like, you know, odd that, oh yeah, you can't, sorry, you can't use the triangle there. It doesn't work. Works now as long as you snap something else first. I think this is going to end up being a problem. Yeah, there goes that corner again. There's some stuff that's just, there's not a good fit for the pieces. And then you get this snapping problem. Like I saw it. It did it in one spot. Like, you see where I'm actually pointing? I'm pointing above it, and that's what it needs for it to work. That is very frustrating. Okay, so maybe with that. Oh, yep, so I could do that. Gives kind of a little fanned look to it. Again, this snapping on this is... Really, really don't like the snapping on this stuff. That's just not working out like I want. I may just have to do it like that. I'm gonna try over here, see if I can get... Yeah, it'd be great if stuff would just kind of like merge between components. But it doesn't work like that. It should. I mean, other games have done it. That'd be one thing they could definitely do to improve some of the base building in this. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I know I built something. Seriously? Why is that even possible that I placed that there? How did that happen when it was literally green right there and it placed it way over there? Like I'm snapping on that side, but somehow it placed it down there. From here. That should not even be doable. Let me see if I can just do it from here like this. Alright, so that gives me a nice little middle piece. It's really the corner thing right there. I'll take these out. Oh, there you go. Another ship. Is it? You know, I put all of these in and I still only get like one ship every now and then. Like, come on, I've left so many parking spots. I could have like 8 ships here at one time and still be like room for more. Alright, okay, if I do it like that. No, yep, snap the right way. There we go. Okay, gives me that. Alright, still end up with that kind of like corner thing happening. But I could do that, which just leaves a gap in there. And now I'm thinking I may just need to do it kind of like not that. I need it to like rotate around. Like I got this little fanned look there going kind of like that. Actually doesn't look bad. And then do kind of like, well, that's give me a snap between the two. That's not helpful. Helps when I have lighting. Kind of like the way that turned out. If I can do that again. You see, it's got like, it's like, well, okay, there's a couple spots like right around there. Right there, you can see how it's kind of got a weird overlap. But the middle piece kind of has almost this repeating design. Like that to that little section. Nice to create it again. That. So it gives almost like a repeating flair to it. It's that awkward piece right there. Okay, maybe I could do it this way and just like have them kind of overlap. Get that. I heard a ship. Okay, so I got that. Nope, not doing that. That was, yeah, okay. So we're not going that way. We're gonna go that, and then I am snapping. Did I do? Oh, I did. Pointing up like that, and then kind of like that. Yep, got another visitor. That's definitely one thing I feel like they could have done something else with. They could have done like a proper outpost. Like you build a base, once you get past a certain point, or you add certain elements to the base, and now you can like generate money with your base. Like Xbox was saying, we need like to be able to build our own space stations. Like that would be a good progression. There is like you start not just a settlement, but you can convert basically your bases into like a settlement, an outpost of sorts. Actually, you want to just go that route. There we go. Easier. I felt like that could be a fun way to do it. That you could have, like, even the settlements, you only get like whatever they're producing, you know, as far as the supplies. Like, what if we had the option to, like, you know, make money from, like, trades happening there? Like, actual, like, people would come and visit our settlement. Not just NPCs, but, like, even players could come to the settlement. And you can make money through trades off of it. Like, that would... I mean, I guess it'd have to tie into the whole idea of being able to turn off like multiplayer stuff. So obviously, and of course the whole griefing thing, you don't want people to come and mess with your stuff, break your base, you know, destroy the look of it. So there'd be anti-griefing and stuff like that that would have to be done. Make sure everything is protected in some way. Somebody can't just come, like, even if they're on your friends list, they can't come in, start destroying your base. Okay, why is I can't get this one to target? Alright, I guess I'll go that way. And, oh, I need to get some lighting in here. I'm honestly about to just turn all the lighting on, like, full time. Especially indoors. Because these actually do, you know, spread light around, whereas other stuff doesn't. I feel like I want to do it kind of cornered like that. So, Felonious, how's it going? Having a good Saturday so far. Keeping busy. Oh, Jason is not popped in yet. He'll probably pop in and be like, sorry, I got this going, listening in my car. Seems to be the norm for him lately. You know, plenty of time in summer when he was off. Now he's back to being busy with school stuff. Yeah, I'm seriously considering just doing the lights off of the full time, but I don't want it too bright. What if they had a dimmer switch for the lights? You know, You gotta have like a full power and like a half power or adjustable power, variable power option for a thing, so it could cut down the power for the lights, basically a dimmer switch for the lights. And I could use that where I have it in like, okay, this is like here, like it's like the alternating one, the toggle switch could have it be like 2 of those. So if you set one for full power, like solar power, and one for half power, no solar power. So basically it'd be tied in with the solar thing, that if the sun is up, set the variable power or the dimmer switch, you know, connector to half power, so that the lights are on during the day, but they are only half power, only half brightness. And then at nighttime, they turn full brightness like this. So you get a nice bright inside where you can come in and work. You know, I feel like it might make it a little too bright. I'm about tempted to pop one on each of those ends, just make sure I cover this side as well, since that's not exactly spreading the light. I think that would have been doable, you know, just a dimmer switch type of effect for the lights. So you could adjust the brightness, you know, it's like put it with the toggle switch, so you know it toggles in, you know, daytime, all these are on at this brightness level, and at nighttime they are on at this brightness level. So you get the full brightness when it's dark, and then you get a partial brightness when it's daytime. You've already got light coming in from the sun, you know, but in some cases you still have indoors where the light doesn't travel, and you don't, maybe, yeah, but you still get some of the solar lighting, so you don't want it to be super bright. There we go. So that's visible, and then daytime these will cut off. About to swap some walls out, I think. Yeah, I think I'll do that right there and just swap it to, even though it's not like a big window, swap it to a small window. No, that window. To get that look. I'll do an awning here. Because why not? I'll add a little bit of lighting here, I think. Does it? Or at least some color, at least. Ooh, maybe, you know what? Need warning lights for at night, so you know, gotta have a warning light in case a low flyer. I would think if you were flying your ship in this low, you know, you'd be it'd be a little concerning, because you're like, hey, you know, there's really tall structures around. Why are you flying so low? You might actually hit the lower structure, but still, you know, a little bit extra lighting on it would be good. Right, but I did not. That's, yeah, that one I did the wrong. Did I do the wrong one? I think I did the wrong. Yep, I did do the wrong window. Okay. Yeah, okay, it was behind the the refiners, so it threw me off. Alice! Oh, you had dinner with family. That's good. I got stuck helping my mother buy a car, so that's what I was doing before this. Had to go with her to help sort through her getting a new car. Or she wanted to shop for a car, and then, of course, it turned from shopping for a car to, I like it, let's buy it. And so she got a new car today. I kept telling her, like, we should come back, but, you know, how sales people are, they're like, it's the end of the month. They wanted to get to, you know, get it on this month so that, you know, they get the money. Which I understand. And so, yeah, that's what I was doing today, is getting to help buy that. I literally was walking in the door right before I had to get on here to do the stream. So I'm surprised I actually made it as slow as things were going there. And oh yeah, let's go ahead throw on some support legs, maybe, so I can get it to look better than having to do that. I think that's what I was trying to do last time, and it was not going to work very well for me. If I could get a cuboid room to place, that would help. Idea. Think I can make this work. I just need kind of roughly, like, yeah, like right there, something. Snap. Well, yeah, that gives me kind of the middle right there. So let me do that. Okay, so 2 of those. I should have. It should give me something somewhere. Nope. Usually that lets me have a snap point for those. Maybe it's not liking the little partial door this time because of the floor arrangement. I want to say that's center right there, so I'll try this. I need full door like that. And you know what? Let's see if I can try it from inside. Cuboid room. Still not wanting to snap to it. Alright, so if I do that, take that out, and then I'll do cuboid. Okay, there we go. I'm making progress. I got a cuboid, which hopefully, yes, there we go. So now, may not be perfectly centered, but it gives me something to attach to. You know what? While I'm at it, let's just do another room. And I could just have it be like 2 sets of struts like that. So ooh, actually, while I'm doing this, I got that going. Let's just go ahead and go full out to each side. And yeah, it's gonna what? I'm all over the place here. Okay, where the door. I'm gonna do that and that. That looks a little bit better, I think. Right there. Oh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I should have kept it right there because I want to go to the back. Well, okay, that might be a problem because it's not centered. I want to center it. Will I be playing the Forest again? I might play the original game, but as of right now, I don't really think I'm ever going to be playing Sons of the Forest. At least not until they offer the option for the player to use the original build system from the first game, because I cannot stand the new build system. I know there's some reviews where people saying this is amazing, the best build system out there, but there's also plenty of reviews saying that it's just absolutely horrible. And it's so inconsistent on the build system as it stands right now. I cannot do it. I can't. It is The base building is one of the biggest things for me because that's where I get to be creative. And in Sons of the Forest, the base building is so restrictive that I just can't stand it. So no, I'll probably do. I might do the Forest again, original game, but Sons of the Forest probably won't ever be done again unless they fix that, so that it's actually an option for players. Which I don't know why they wouldn't do that. It should have been something that they should have thought about from the beginning. Make it an option for people who don't like the new system. You don't like new system, doesn't prevent you from wanting to play the game. But, you know, when that's your only option, it prevents you from wanting to play the game. That's not really sharing as much light as I thought. Oh, and the lights are going out. So yes, I was saying, need like, seriously need a dimmer switch for the lights. Really need a solar detector switch too, instead of having to use this little tweak, because the solar switch should be able to configure what level of sensitivity. Like Minecraft, you know, is based on the distance of redstone signal strength. So I would think, you know, if you could do like, here's you know, solar power of 40% or higher turn on, you could have the lights kick on, you know, at this point when the sun's up, or just a clock circuit, just the actual clock timer. Because as in Mechanica that I was playing, they had you could put a clock in there and use the clock to tell the time, and the time would trigger stuff like, oh, at this point do this, at this point do that. If we could have an actual like clock that synchronizes to the base, to the planet time, then you could just have a clock that you say at this point, you know, at 9 a.m. turn off the lights, you know, and then at like say 7 p.m. 1900 hours, turn the lights back on, and then you could have that. That would be very nice in this. I think that would really give some options there. Okay, I've got my supports, so you know what? I feel like this is the workroom kind of thing. We're gonna do some worktops, and I think I'm gonna move myself out of the way. Will I stream Original Forest? I don't know. I never really did get into like streaming it too much. It was more of a, just because of the hassle of getting trees and such in that. Generally I would do just the videos for it instead. I mean, I guess it's possible I could do it, but I was kind of planning after getting done with this base, taking a break from No Man's Sky, and going back to focusing on doing like a fresh start with Planet Crafter, because they've got the update coming out in a matter of weeks. You know, I almost could make that work. Yeah, I'll just leave that open for now. Ooh, Bubble Vat could actually be kind of a fun one to have, like over here, because like you know, it's oxygen, or not, it's nitrogen. It's gonna make bubbles. Or just do a supersized one for all the bubbles that are being generated here. That might come out. I'm gonna leave it for now. I just want to see how it looks later at night, but that might come out. Yeah, we'll just throw up some of this. Nice screen. It's good height. Where was it? Was it? I'm looking for. I think it's this one. And there's a lot of stuff in this. Just way too much to really keep track of. Way too many components. Way too many menus. And yet stuff still doesn't snap together very well. Oh, I know what else I need. Can't remember if it's in here or it must be back over here. Oh, there, canister rack. And so many items. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna take that out. So I can do this here. Kind of cat-a-corner. Because I think we'll do a robotic arm type of thing here. Make it sort of like a it's a robotic arm, so it will pick up the canister out of there and lay it down, and it's kind of like part of the whole, this is a filling station type of thing. In fact, let me see what I got. 15,000 nitrogen. Okay. Let's look a little better. So you can come inside, you got a little bit of the ambient light. Not a lot. But if those lights were on, it'd just be so bright right now. Okay. I know I got that pretty well done. That... airship landing. This, you know, I think I'm just gonna end up doing the big lights and here, maybe shrink them down a bit to make it fit better. Yeah, do like this. And I'll just bring it down a little bit because of the stairs. That'll give light at least around that stuff. Yeah, there's a little bit of lighting, but not a lot. That's what's going to be a little weird is rotating these to kind of line up like that around the edge. And come down here. Wait. Okay, this is the one that has the extra. So it's gonna go like this. Yeah. Okay, now I'll do this. I'm just gonna tie them in right here. I don't feel like doing anything special for the wiring. No point. Just, you know, all this is full time on. I'll just do that so it's always on, even though it does make it washed out looking. Again, why a variable power dimmer switch type of thing would be great in this, or just proper, you know, ceiling mount lights that actually shine down correctly and it doesn't go through the floor would also be good. Okay, so that big nitrogen spot with more production. This, I'm kind of now thinking I don't want to go out further this way. I feel like, I mean, I could, I guess. I got the garage, I got the landing tower, I've got a cargo delivery landing area. That's function, you know, that's processing, refining, that's processing, refining. I've got pretty much everything I need. But I'm close to that 5,000 element mark, so I kind of want to do 5,000 elements. Just to, you know, be like, hey, I did it. You know, I did all 5,000. I think I am just gonna call it good right here. I don't see a need for, you know, another structure right now. But if you got an idea for a new structure on this, another functional design cosmetic element, then, you know, I can look at it. And oh yeah, it might help if I take out that. Not sure why looking right at it did not detect it as being there. Yeah, might help if I go up. Right. So yeah, functional. That, I feel like the landing area here, the cargo delivery is good. I feel like that's pretty good now. Again, that does get stuff from there. Obviously, it's working. Power is working. I feel like this is gonna really hurt my count, but I don't want to have all these pieces going all the way out to here. Whole point of having the teleporters. Like that. Okay. Surprised, haven't heard yet from Xbox or at least Jason. Well, Jason was pretty late last time. Or, oh, Sanchez. We're missing Sanchez. But I don't remember if Sanchez was joined in last time or not. Sanchez, if you are listening, you gotta say hi in chat. Okay, so I got that. Now, take all this out. I mean, I should have more than enough power. It's like 1,800 power I was producing, or 18,000, something like that. Yeah, 18,000 sounds better. And I wasn't even like, with all the mining and everything, still not even like close to breaking a sweat with it. So I feel like I should not need to even go back there to build anymore. Though I kind of want to, just for the element of saying, oh yeah, look at that. I got, you know, 50,000 power from that, or 100,000 power. I may do that just because it'll be completely unnecessary at this point, and that makes it just more worthwhile. All right, there we go. Got that. I might move that. That's just the link over there. If you could move them without losing the connection, it'd be great. I might leave that for now. All right, that's got that done. You know what? Yeah, let me go ahead. I'm going to build. Again, I'm not using that. That's done there. Need to go redo the lighting so it ties into the clock circuit for the on-off effect on that. And then, all right, that should be boom, boom, don't fall off, and boom, I'm here. And it finally loads. So, yeah, 17,970 power, using 10,000. Just for the fact of being over the top I want to add like another floor to it. I should have enough for that. Let's see how much. 264 generators can be built. Yes, I believe I have enough. Even though I already have more than enough power. Let's just go ahead. I have 25,000. Sounds like at least a good point to say I got to this. Though the more I can add to this, the better, you know. Say like, oh yeah, I got 50,000. Let's go for 100,000. Something like that. Now, if you could transmit power, they added something like a power transmitter type thing, like Subnautica FCS mods. I built that base on top of the mountain the last series. That was a big solar farm, and it provided power to every other base. If we could do something like that, this would be totally worthwhile to find like a good S-class somewhere, and then just be like, I can build this and share power with every base on the planet. I wouldn't go interplanetary like other planets, or you know, planets in other star systems. But you know, if you could do at least to your existing planet, all around the planet from one power base, that could be kind of neat. Well, I'll be playing a horror game on Halloween night. I'm not even sure what night of the week Halloween is at this point. Like, I'm not even thinking that far out. Generally, I don't do like horror. I mean, I've done some horror games in the past, but I generally don't do horror games. At least not horror games without base building elements. I mean, I guess I could do like a one-off, like, hey, we're going to play a little something for, you know, just for the fact of it being Halloween, but I don't even know what day Halloween's on at this point. You know, I had not planned for that. Generally, I don't do that each year. Generally Halloween's been around, or at least, you know, a couple years. It's been on like a weekend, and I tend to prefer to go out and enjoy myself for that night. Power is, yep, going all down the rows across. That means it's got to be vertical on the left. Okay. I'm doing 25 per floor. So I'm going to get this. Okay. And then like that. 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 Okay. So then just go to the edge, split the difference. Easy enough. And you know what? Just to make it easier, because it can be a pain. Go ahead and do each. Wait, that's, yeah, okay, that's right. I did it before where I went horizontal for each row, but on this I did not. I went down the side. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and knock these out. It's a Tuesday. I might do something like that. I don't know what game I could do. The only real, I guess, technical horror survival type game I have is Outlast 2. And I mean, that's like, it's survival in that don't die kind of thing. It's not survival in like the normal survival sense of what a survival game is. Like, this is a survival game. You gotta like eat to keep your health up at times, or you eat to heal. You know, like The Forest is kind of survival horror to a degree, but I don't think of it as horror. Just because it's suspenseful, you know, and it's got like that, you know, it's got monster elements to it, but I mean, you could call Bowser a monster in Super Mario, and you know, call it and because Mario is a don't die, you know, try not to die type thing. It doesn't make Super Mario survival horror. I feel like that's just too loose of a that it gets applied to some incorrect games. But I mean, you know, I could certainly do like something. I just, again, you know, what game? Because if I do something with the forest, I'm not gonna be, you know, playing start to finish for the story, and just kind of I'll have to ignore base building. So it doesn't seem like that would be a good fit. And just because it's Halloween, I still have to work that day and the day after. So it's not like I could stay, like I could get on at a certain time and stream for like 8 hours or 10 hours because I still have a job I have to go to. All right, those should all be linked together. So let's see what I'm at now. 23,944. So one more floor, and I have got my 25,000 plus on my power, which is still, you know, it's just I just want to say I did it. Plus, I got enough supplies to build like 200 of these things. So why not make use of them, especially if I'm, you know, about to possibly take a break from the game for a bit. And I mean, let's see where I'm at right here. You can see my mining tower off in the distance. You see that landing tower off in the distance. So might as well, yeah, make this a nice visible tower of power over here. You know, I mean, I took out a lot of pieces from the walkway. I gotta make up for some, you know, so I need to get that 5,000 item part of it at least. You know, 5,000 is a nice good number for that. 10,000 would be better, but I'm not sure the game will handle well enough for it to load very very well on that. It might have like stuff just constantly unloading visually to try and keep up with it. Do that and that, and oh, I would say I don't have the games. Never played the games, but I did finally get around to watching the Last of Us series. Yeah, I just, you know, that's not the kind of game I normally play, you know, or then by like Last of Us, if it was like in the style of, say, you know, the Forest type of gameplay with a lot of base building and the actual survival, like you have to worry about your food, water, things, I'd probably played it. But you know, that'd be kind of like, I would say, a survival horror type of style to it. I guess I could always I could tweak a game to be a survival horror type thing. I could start over in Green Hell, where everything is literally trying to kill you anyway, and I could do like I maybe could do a live stream with that, and we do like God, now I can't think of it, that visual effects overlay, that reshade. I could do like a reshade for it and make it like just look really dark and gritty. Or I could do like, you know, well, I mean, I could do that for Subnautica too, but Subnautica, except for the occasional like surprise of, oh hey, I didn't realize the Reaper was that close, it's never been like a horror game for me, or even remotely. I would put like the Below Zero is closer to that, because you got so many more big things trying to kill you. And get that, and boom. last vertical column. I need some lighting over here too, I think. I need to, yeah, add some lights to this. I mean, it's got the glow from that, but external lighting would help. So almost 30,000 power. Almost 3 times what I'm actually using. Watching The Ring. I've seen it. I mean, it'd be something we'd have to do like a watch party. I don't know if I could get away with like actually just playing it on the like we sit here and watch it like you're watching the gameplay, because they kind of have a copyright thing against that, and I really don't like the aspect of getting copyright strikes against me, because that affects the channel in a pretty significant way. That could be something like, you know, we do like a watch party on like maybe like the Discord or something, but I don't know though. You know, if I was going to watch a horror movie on Halloween, there's so many others I could pick over The Ring. That would be just so much better, you know, to watch, as far as, especially if you want horror, go watch Terrifier. You know, watch the first one or the second one. I mean, if you're like a horror fan, you probably should have watched them already. I'm not like a super horror fan, but I've watched them, and to me, it's kind of like they, you know, the first one, it felt like they went for that horror element. And the second one felt like they were just kind of getting cheesy with it. Oh, if you know, if I played Among Us, it's like the you know, the last one standing game, where it's like, you know, your space, you know, astronauts got spacesuits on and somebody's an alien. If I played that, it would be suiting to watch John Carpenter's The Thing, because that's basically what the game is built on, you know, is that story. But I don't play Among Us. I really don't have an interest in playing Among Us. Let's see, if I stand here, my mining tower is still, or my storage tower is still taller than this. And I mean, you know, all right, I got enough. I did get to the 30. I'm never gonna get just over it without adding like one more on top. If I go and add one more thing on top, I get just above that amount. So, you know, if I do 2 more rows, 2 more levels, it puts me just under 50, I think. Well, no, it wouldn't be, because I was... See, 200 something. That's about 5,000-ish, 6,000-ish, right? Yeah, so not quite. Okay. Play out Resident Evil 3 Remake. I see. That's the thing. I had one of the Resident Evils for not game. What was that one? The Wii. I had it for the Wii, and I was just like, I never got into it. Like, that style of gameplay, I just do not like. I don't like you know, give me a first-person shooter, fine. But that did not feel like a first-person shooter type of thing. That, you know, is like, oh, it's gonna lock you here, and now you do this, you know, and you're shooting as they come at you. I've never gotten into the Resident Evil games, like, at all. Movies, okay, you know, but the games themselves, I've never got into those. The gameplay, especially, part of it, but also just kind of the way the story keeps getting stretched out and expanded in different directions. All right, almost to the height I want to be, I think. Oh, that it's changed. It's fluctuating. It's going up a little bit. Gotta get it the right time. 30,000. That's enough. Warp. Teleport. Boom, I'm back. Oh, I went to the... Did I go? No. I didn't go the wrong direction. For some reason, it decided to make the sound, or the thing when I got here. While I was also waiting for stuff to load. Okay. Oh, got lights going, so... And waiting for stuff to load still as I run up. Lights? Seriously cut off as I was running up. Alright, well, fine. Oh, you know what? Did I put stuff in here? I cannot remember. Apparently I did not. Insufficient power? No, there's not. There's power. Unless I've got to reload, you know, the save to get it to recognize again. No, then I did some down here. Yeah, see, it's just gets so dark in here, even though it's daytime and the sun's supposed to be coming in. I mean, I like that, but I really would like to have lights that just dim, and so you still get that lighting, but not being overpowering. 7 Days to Die. I've played that one. Alpha 11, 12, I think is when I last played it. And that's one that, you know, I played it, or I was playing it. It was fine. You know, I started over again on a new save because I wanted, you know, I got used to the game, and I went, cleared out the farmhouse, just doing the main map, whatever it is. I cleared out the farmhouse, did all that, got it done, and then Blood Moon happened, and I didn't defend myself there. I went somewhere else. I tried out the fence that I watched other people testing out on that new alpha, you know, and like literally watch people on Twitch live streaming it, doing this. I put the same stuff together, same type defenses. I just didn't do it like where I built a bunker and I surrounded it. I created a path that they had to run through, and the watching on the live stream, I watched zombies come up supposedly on the default settings, and they were dying like quickly during a blood moon, you know, just dying on these defense spikes. And then on mine, saying, you know, basic normal settings, nothing extra hard, just normal settings, they were plowing right through my spikes like they didn't exist. Like one zombie took out 20 spikes in a row before it got killed, and it literally took them 30 seconds to blast right through the spikes to get to me and killed me. And then when I went back, and after I spawned in, I was heading back, I got killed again immediately. Like they just showed up, just appeared, you know. And then after I got killed that time, I'm going back to get my backpack, and now there's no zombies anywhere at all. None at all. None spawning, period. So I go and I managed to get back, get my backpack, got it. I head back to, or I wait out the blood moon for it to finish, and then I head to the farmhouse, and now no zombies anywhere, but my farmhouse, every zombie respawned in it. And I had already set up the farmhouse as a base. I had the land claim block preventing spawns, all that. It disabled it. And as I was trying to clear them out, the zombies just started breaking walls, like not even, like completely acting different than they did previously when I cleared it. Had no damage to it at all. They just at this point started just trying to destroy the structure and basically wiped like the whole bottom floor out, and I gave up. And I found that there's other people reporting a bug with that alpha update that if you died, the land claim block basically deactivated completely. So I have not touched it since then. All right, no, I did. I tried it one time since then, and after the 4th time of being killed within the first 60 seconds of playing, because it kept starting me right next to a dog that would attack and kill me before I could even get going, I got tired of being killed every 60 seconds. So I installed it, started a game, completely brand new 4 times in a row, because every time it killed me within the first minute, and then I just uninstalled it again. And I have not played it since then. And I have no, I mean, I probably will not play it again, honestly. It's one I got a good number of hours in during an earlier state, and then they've just, every time I've played it since, it's just gotten worse. And I'm not a fan of the whole magical blood moon thing. That's like the infected. That one of the first things I did, I turned off the 3-day rotation in the infected, and was much happier playing that. Because as soon as I turned the 3-day rotation back on, it ran into problems where they were coming up attacking me, getting stuck on terrain, or they were running up and running right through my spikes. Just different problems with it. So I turned off the 3-day rotation. I don't like the idea of the magic moon that gives them superpowers. I've had a long standing issue with 7 Days to Die after I want to say, I think it was Alpha 12 maybe is the last time it updated, but there used to be a Walking Dead mod for it that basically said it where there is no zombie types except the lumbering basic zombie, and to make up for that, it increased the size of the wandering hordes and such. So you could have, instead of like, here's a little group, it'd be like 100 zombies that could suddenly wander through, but none but the zombies like you see in Walking Dead. No acid spitting zombies, exploding zombies, anything like that. And that mod just didn't get updated after that. And that was one good mod for it, because that to me is more the zombie game I want to play. You give me a, yes, it's a lumbering, shambling zombie, but the threat is in how many there are. They're so many of them that they overwhelm you is the threat, the fear aspect of it. And to me, that's what a zombie game is. Having to add fancy zombie types and give them special abilities in order to make it difficult means you're not doing the gameplay right. It's a forced difficulty instead of it's difficult because you implement it in the right way where everything is gonna, it actually makes it difficult just because of how it's done. Stranded Deep, I've kept up with their updates, and so far I haven't seen anything major new content wise since the game technically went full release that was like maybe want to do that again. I mean, I got all the bosses, I beat them. I remember one of them, it was whichever one, I will say it might have been the Great White, but it was whichever one you found the whale, the dead whale, and you then had it come after you. I had that one glitch where I basically was able to kill it pretty quickly from the whale. It got stuck on the well, I think is what happened. It's been quite a while since I did that. But again, I mean, until there's like an update, it was all right, From a survival game standpoint, I would pick Green Hell over Stranded Deep, because Stranded Deep, you kind of got to where, if you had enough coconuts, you could survive off the coconuts alone, and that's not really realistic, Granted, some games, just, eating whatever keeps you alive. I mean, you kind of, Green Hell is a little overboard and how much you have to pay attention to fats and carbs and such, you should be able to go longer. Like if you go, I mean, people go low carb all the time and it's fine, or go low fat. You know, they're not saying they're about to die the next day because of that. So Green Hell could have been done a little bit better in that part, that you could have had more leniency to be realistic as far as your requirements. But the Infected is kind of the same way, and I don't, that's another thing about the Infected. The Infected has been getting some updates. I was kind of waiting for Jason to get on and see if he's been looking at it. And it's funny, if you haven't seen the Infected, check out the Infected, because if you like the Forest, I would say, aside from the map size not being as big, maybe not the same details, honestly, I feel like Sons of the Forest, they're kind of starting to rip off the Infected a little bit, because there are some elements in the Infected that are now making their way into the Sons of the Forest with these updates. Like now adding in a pickaxe to mine a material in caves, after Sons of the Forest was the one who added some certain cave, or the Infected added certain material in caves for that. The Infected had the whole solar power thing going and batteries and all that stuff for setting up lights and everything before Sons of the Forest. So you might, if you haven't checked out the Infected, check that out. That's one I might could do like a stream with that. There's no like game end to it right now. As far as I know, there's not even a story element to it. So it's not like I have something to do that is, oh yeah, you do this and we're done, like on other games. It'd just be a kind of a survive and kind of just play a bit. We wouldn't really get that far into it. And again, I turned off the rotating attacks, like the 3-day supermoon things, because I just don't like that. To me, that just is goofy. Honestly, I feel like that's just a kind of a goofy premise, unless you're doing a game about magic or something like that. It is kind of goofy that suddenly the moon starts turning red every so many days and superpowers your zombies. Being awfully loud with those wings. Let me see if I got... Yep, I can get more stuff. So, let's see. I gotta think about what I want to do here. Because I know... Alright, this is done. Those I'm not worried about. Though I might add... You know what? I could add some support stuff to it. I could make it look like it's at least not floating in the air. Man, I did that on that side, just didn't do it on this side. And again, that weird thing of you can build a full length wall down, but you can't build a half wall down without a floor attachment, which I just do not get at all. Okay, like that. Let me make sure that is buried. Yep. Like making sure it looks like it's buried in the ground. And I'm trying to avoid getting too close to the mining extractors because they are very loud. I don't want to make anybody deaf. That's good enough, I think. Fits it on the other side. If I get to snap. Okay, at least it looks like it's got support now. It's not just free floating in the air. Okay, got those, got that. I do need to do some more decor inside. That I kind of feel like is good enough now. I don't know what to really put in to each floor to make it seem like without being like too extreme. Like, you don't want a TSA checkpoint at every terminal for a plane. So I don't want to do like that kind of feel. Here, I only want to do a TSA type feel. I don't want it to feel like, you know, somebody shows up and they're getting, you know, they gotta go through all these steps just to land here. You want it to be inviting. You know, we're not doing the whole TSA, got, you know, oh, Granny, you didn't check your bags. We're gonna have to go do a strip search. We don't need that kind of extreme. Alright, I feel good about this one. Got that. I don't know. Is there anything else I could possibly build here that's worthwhile? Beyond that stuff. I mean, again, I gotta decorate down here. Surprisingly, my refiners are not showing the light as being green, even though I just did set these going again. I did think about doing like the activated lighting at more places as you walk through, you know, the sensor, but the sensor detects even when you are up above or down like the next floor. It goes through the flooring and the walls. It's like the lighting goes through the flooring and the walls. If it actually followed the structure, then I could do a bit more. You see how much brighter it is with those lights on at night. It actually works to where you can see. It's just, you know, I don't want them on during the daytime, and that's the only way you can actually see really well in here. See if I can line this up well enough. Or not. I'll do. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep to the same thing. Actually, that's good enough right there, yeah. Change color. Yep. And yep, there we go. So I still, sometimes the controls are still just absolutely terrible with this. There you go, like that. Shrink this down. Okay, maybe not that small. Okay. Just a... I need to make some use of these decals I've been unlocking and such. Which that does not look... Oh, come on. There. That's a poster. Yeah, a poster. Of course, the poster problem is the way it interacts with the wall, which, like right there, I can't even get it to place on the wall. You know, stuff that absolutely should have been fixed by now. In this, it's kind of surprising that they'd have it bother. Like, oh yeah, that could be a kind of a problem there. Be great if we had like food looking items to display, like, you know, there's the nutrient processors right there, you know, put like some stuff here like this is for cooking. Jason, howdy, you finally made it. You're slacking today. You're very late. I'm sorry, I'm trying to check on my mother since she is driving her new car. Oh, it goes. My mother wanted to go get a car, or she wanted to go car shopping for like 2 months now, bugging me about it because she wanted me to go with her and help her decision. So she finally convinced me that we would go today. And she said she was prepared, like we'd already cleaned her car out. She had her title and everything, and she wasn't prepared because she didn't even have her, she didn't even know how much money she had available to put down on it or anything. So what should have taken like maybe an hour and a half to do all the processing on the payment and everything ended up taking about 3 hours for us to get through all the paperwork and get everything done, because they were having issues with their website, their services they were using for that stuff was not working. I ended up having to use my phone to fill out the financing form, and while I was trying to find out, I was like, ask her, how much money did you make per month when you were working? And she said, $45,000 a month. $45,000, but you didn't make that much. Yes, I did. $45,000 a month. No, you didn't. Are you talking a year? It's like, no, it's a month. So I said, okay, so you're making about $500,000 a year. She said, no, that's wrong. No, it's $45,000 a month. And for 10 minutes, we were back and forth. And she said, oh, well, maybe I am thinking of per year. And by the time I tried to finish putting that in, thing had reset, and I had to start all over on the whole form. So I just basically, like, I said, I'm putting in, you know, I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to put it in. And so it took forever to get it done. But she got her a new car today. And, I mean, you know, again, we were looking for less than an hour. We looked at a Sonata and a Elantra, and she thought the Elantra was too small, even though it is pretty much the same size as her current Sonata, and the new Sonata is the same size as her old Sonata that she had. And but you know, she was nitpicking everything, and then finally we went for a test drive with the Sonata she liked, and all this in an hour, and then it was like 3 hours to do everything. Partly because of the problems everything was going on. I literally, I sat down I got back about 10 minutes before the stream was gonna start. So get my system on and get everything taken care of, get Timmy outside. And I haven't had breakfast or lunch today because of this. So I'm gonna be eating after the live stream for the first time in like 24 hours. So I ended up doing a 24-hour fast by accident because of that. So that's how this is going. Now I gotta worry about her wrecking the car. because it is a nicer car than what she had. Great. It's got like of course it's got the backup camera, which is what she was really wanting to have, that backup camera. And what was throwing her off was starting the car. Tell her, you don't use the key now. You got to put your foot on the brake, press the button. And getting her past that, the Elantra was it had the normal like gear shift knob, you know, but instead of the button being on the side where the thumb is, it was underneath. So she's sitting there grabbing it, trying to get it going. Once she got going, she was going back and forth like this. You go from park all the way to drive and then shift into the manual gear every time. And she couldn't get it straight, that all she had to do was pull down, because she'd pull down and sideways. So she was basically pulling towards her every time, and it kept shifting. So I said, this is not going to work for you. And we went back to the Sonata, which is literally, it has buttons, you know, P for park, R for reverse, N for neutral, D for drive. I'm like, all you do is hit the button. That's better for you. That's more, I was like, I think you could understand that part. So she got the one where she just presses a button for it to go into drive. And when she goes in reverse, it automatically turns on the camera. And I told her, I said, I've been telling you for years, the problem's not needing a camera or not needing a camera. Is that when she drives forward into a parking spot, she drives like this, you know, like drives in, turns as she needs to. When she's driving backwards, it's every way as far as the wheel will go, fishtailing. And I told her, I said, if you drove forward the same way you do when you're backing up, you would be swerving all over the road and be ticketed because they think you're drunk. I said, the backup camera is not going to help you with that. You just got to learn when you're backing up, you back up and turn when you need to, instead of trying to turn as far as you can every which way. But she insisted that she needed a backup camera to help her with it. And I know I'm going to be there tomorrow trying to, basically, I'm taking her, like when, you know, you're learning to drive, your parents would take you out driving and teach you stuff. I've got to take her out tomorrow and teach her how to drive the new car. So that's going to be part of my day tomorrow, is taking her and showing her how to drive the car. I'm probably going to take her and be like, all right, look, we're going to go over here to this empty parking lot so you're not going to hit anybody, and do that. But yeah, that's going to be part of my day tomorrow, is teaching her how to drive her new car. And she, you know, just, she was all about like, this is so different. Like, not really. I mean, it's a little different, yeah. But it's not like completely different. The you know, the switch and everything where you control the blinker, windshield wipers, everything like that is the exact same. You know, the button for moving the seat up and forwards, everything's the exact same. You know, most of, I say like 80% of it is the exact same as what she already has. But, you know, it's that, well, I have to push a button to start it, is what's throwing everything off. It's like a dominoes effect. As soon as that first thing throws her off, everything else is off. This could be fun to have here. Kind of make it look tied in to the, well, size-wise, that's not going to work. Ooh, yeah, up. There's your guy. Wiggle it in. Oh, yep. There we go. So it looks like it's all part of it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. We're going to have some stuff in here. I kind of feel almost like I need to swap out some of these floor panels instead of being glass all the way. I think I might actually just do that. Kind of do regular pan. Yeah, it was nice kind of getting to see down, but I really don't need that much. of it. You know, I don't like the fact that, like, here's a cyclonic lathe, and it's like, would you really put this on like a glass floor? Probably not. Actually, I may take all of these out too. Except for that one. We'll do like just the outer edge looking kind of down. Where I can have stuff up against the wall here. And kind of like that. We're gonna go a little bigger. Maybe not that big. Like that. That gives us a little bit of lighting for visuals. I don't think we need the generator. Furnace. You know, the fact that you can't resize the spinners bothers me. Like, why would you be like, oh yeah, let's resize these things, but not the little spinners? You know, that's like perfect, like to make a little tiny antenna or a super big antenna. Oh yeah, construct stuff. I got the new construct stuff. We've got to put that. Oh yeah, I can resize that. Can't have the hands be that tiny. Do it like that. See, my stuff is ready. Oh, I didn't start it, did I? No, I did not. You know, I was thinking, and I wonder if I can make this work with like a robotic arm. Be great if we had like a proper crane type of look or something. I was thinking, you know, there's really no storage down below. And while this is space age, and obviously I can carry a lot of stuff on my back, in my pack there, because of, you know, science. What if we did have some kind of like, well, you know, scissor lift. There we go. Use the scissor lift. Like it's being used to help lift some stuff up top. Kind of thing. Well, I don't want it to get in the way of like stuff moving. I may have to move like that out. Ooh. Huh. Got an idea. Which means moving that. But that's okay. So that's what I want to do. So I'm going to move this to like right here. So we got this scissor lift type of thing. Basically lifts stuff up from below. And now we have the feel of it being an actual like, hey, we got stuff in, go put it on the scissor lift and raise it up. I don't know why that has to mess up like that. Like, I picked it up one way, and it has to just rotate it completely differently. There. All right, so we got this. So you get like, well, I may end up moving that again anyway. I may just actually take out all the glass flooring. And just have this be kind of like, well, I don't know, you can bring that in. Actually, I hear a ship landed here. All right, so we got that. Put that there. Can't make up my mind on this, but I think I've got it now. We'll have these along the wall. Over here. So that the scissor lift comes up. And basically, we just unload stuff out to here and into this area. So we got kind of like a receiving bay type of feel. Is what I'm kind of thinking. So of course that means I need some storage stuff. And I'm thinking the crates would be kind of useful for that. And then maybe some of the boxes like opened up. And of course, you know what, why not? Why make everybody go out there? Oh, we can't resize that part. That's right. Okay. In that case, then I can do this one, though. So we'll have kind of like this. Like there's some stuff there, you know, got moved around, and then I had it, there's something else. Got scissor lift. Need a forklift. Where's my forklift? Really, that's what it is. I need a forklift. How do we have a scissor lift but not a forklift? In this, like, I mean... Alright, maybe not the wooden pallet. There's a shipping pallet, though. I remember that. Somewhere I had a shipping pallet. Or we used to have a shipping pallet. Of some sort. Like, kind of thing. I feel like I used it. Unless they swapped it. Alright, fine. We'll just do... Actually, I'm going to take these out. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a big pallet. Kind of thing like this. Get it to line up the way I want. Okay, like that. That, I think, could work. Actually, I might do this. Do like this. And move these like here. So a little bit more accessible. And then that can go back there. That. Alright. Yeah, forklift would be nice to have that. Like a forklift there, forklift here kind of feel. That way it's like lift it up here. You can take it and then move it where you need it to go. At least it feels... I want more stuff, but I don't want to overcrowd it either. Robotic arm would be useful. Ooh, actually, let's just do it like this. Have like the robotic arm like it's ceiling mounted. to help move some of this stuff. Oh, you know what? Coley could do this. A track, like a rail track kind of thing, but make it where it snaps both floor, wall, and ceiling. And that way you can have like this rail track that you could put right next. Doesn't have to function, just has to be like a track you could put like where the robotic arm can like basically looks like it's gonna roll through the track, you know? So you have this track that goes along the ceiling, and I could put an arm with it and look like the arm is, you know, can move along the track carrying stuff for you. That would be kind of fun. I think that could be like a nice look to it. Alright, what else do we want to put in here? You know what? I'm gonna go back up because I feel like I want to put a terrarium in somewhere. Almost tempted to take that corner piece out. Oh, wait, we could do it like here, just kind of like the edge of that area. So we got a little creature, got our little buddy there. So if I do the aquarium, again, cannot resize it, and it's not going to fit correctly here. I swear there was a different... There's a different palette at one point. I'm not seeing it now. I feel like it was one of the orange ones. Maybe I just didn't get it unlocked yet. And that's what it is, because I haven't done that many of the derelicts. I swear there was like another, like an orange colored looking one here. We gotta have like our check-in station. When, you know, stuff comes up, we gotta catalog it. Oh, just heard it. Something just jumped in near here. Really can't see anything because of the atmosphere, but I heard something jump into this. It was some it'd be one of the frigates or something like that. Okay. It's feeling better. I'm not gonna say I'll be done with this. I might come up with other stuff at some point in the future, but for now at least it feels better. And I realized I need to probably go get some more oxygen from my oxygen farm. Now that I'm actually getting these processed. I do like the way that looks kind of connected now. Probably need to check my containers as well after this. Make sure I'm not overflowing on chlorine. I think I cleared it last time. Oh, yeah, kind of getting up there. Yeah, all those. I haven't done stasis devices in a while. I'd probably have double at least of that if I had been keeping up with my stasis devices. Making more of those. So, still need to go and do a big donation run for that. They added a lot of decorations for the infected. I've seen that, you know, they've been adding some stuff. Obviously, they want to add stuff for... I mean, to the point, I get it. You kind of, you know, you want to be able to personalize your space. Even in a survival situation, you kind of want something that can personalize it for you. You know, make it feel like at home. Like, okay, you know, great movie example, but Castaway, you know, he didn't go and sit there and build some big elaborate structure because it's not realistic, but he did do things to try and like make it feel like, you know, he kind of kept himself occupied, took away a little bit of his, like, so he wasn't thinking so much of his situation, you know. Kind of, it's a psychological thing. So I get wanting to put in decorations, and it works technically from a psychological standpoint for that, to put in decorations, but at the same time, you know, it still needs to be something that makes sense for the game, you know. Like, there's no reason to put in, like you say, they got a toilet. If you don't have working plumbing, is it like, oh, compostable toilet? Does it say that? Does it say outhouse? I mean, outhouse would make sense. You know, you go out there, you stay as far away from your place of residence so you don't smell it. The Bambies might smell it, but at least you're not smelling it. You know, that sort of thing, sure. But putting in an actual toilet, like regular flush toilet, seriously, who's going to be doing that during survival? I mean, you know, the infected is already taking some liberties there anyway, because who's going to be sitting there suddenly making like these big polished like concrete walls or stuff like that? Go make their own cement mincer, you know, in a survival situation, like by themselves. Like, do you know how to sit there and engineer together a cement mincer? I don't. Even if I look at some plans, it's not like I'm just going to go do it. I'm going to do a lot of mistakes. I might be able to get it to work, but I'm going to make a lot of mistakes in the process. You know? So I can understand doing certain things for entertainment, you know, value of it, but you got to figure out where you cross the line with that as a, you know, in your game when you're a developer. Like, are we going too far with this? Is this really, does this really make sense in this game? You know, we've seen that in games where the devs go and put stuff in that just does not make sense. Like Icarus. How does it make sense that you're traveling through space, but you land on a planet and your only technology is sticks and stones, and you gotta work your way up from there? You know, how does that work? You know, that's one of the biggest complaints I see people making, is Icarus makes no sense because of that kind of stuff. You know, granted, like, okay, we're in Subnautica. We've got this, you know, somehow magic swimming, you know, suit that has really big pockets, so we can just pick up a big chunk of titanium. Just, oh yeah, just in my pocket right there. Oh, hey, here's another one. Oh yeah, I'm only carrying about like 100 pounds of titanium on me, you know, in my pocket. It's fine. Hang on, here's my gun. Boom, I just built this whole wall. Just boom, you know, done. So there's some liberties taken to make the games more enjoyable. Gotta give it that. You know, it goes back to, like you're saying, they didn't have Bambies after you, so you gotta have some stuff there. Same way with, like, one of my big gripes on 7 Days to Die is the fact that zombies not gonna punch through a brick wall without pretty much destroying his hand. You know, it's like, you know, part of the 7 Days to Die thing, you gotta have it where the player is vulnerable, because they just go into a stone and a structure, you know, like, here's a police station. It's a big cement concrete block building with iron bars. Everything's secured. The zombies are not going to get in there. Realistically, not going to happen. You're going to be safe. That's fine. But in the game, you know, they're going to break down those walls. They're going to sit there, keep hitting, and they're going to break sections of the walls and get inside and kill you, which is done for the game to make it where it's not just so easy to be safe, but it doesn't work realistically. So, to make it a fun, enjoyable experience, sometimes you're going to have stuff like, here's a toilet. It's a working toilet. It doesn't make sense that you have a working toilet in the game. It doesn't contribute to the safety and survival aspect of the game, but somebody's going to be glad they have the toilet and they can decorate with it. It's like the forest. Big gripe of the forest. Yes, it's nice that you can build these big bases. You go all elaborate and everything, but it does not make sense with the story. When you tell me that you had a family member, especially being your son, that as far as you recall, you saw being abducted in front of your face by some guy painted, head to toe in red paint, you're not going to be sitting there taking time to build a base. You're going to be freaking out trying to find your son. Even if you don't believe you saw that, even if you think I was hallucinating, hit on the head, concussion, whatever, you want to say you were hallucinating that, it's still a matter. You wake up, your son's gone, you want to find your son. You are not going to sit there and waste time building big, elaborate bases. Or a base. So you're not going to do all that. You're going to do like I did in my realistic season, where you're going to play it. You're going to be going and looking for your son first thing. But if you take away the base building part of it, you make it where it's all about just trying to find your son. It's not a survival crafting game, base building game. It's now just, it's the same as like, it's really no different than Outlast and Outlast 2. It's a survival horror game where the only point is don't die, and you got like the jump scares and everything. So they add the base building because they want people to be able to do base building as a fun and long-term playability factor, even though it doesn't make sense. Actually, we talked about it, I think, before you joined, Jason. If you look at the Infected and you look at some of the stuff for Sons of the Forest devs seem to be taking a lot of inspiration now from the Infected, because the new update to Sons of the Forest, now they added a pickaxe, and you go and mine stuff out of caves for a new building material type. That's in the new Sons of the Forest update. Why do I have that? So yeah, now Sons of the Forest comes with a pickaxe. That's a big boy right there. Oh, wait. Oh, I can't place him here. He keeps going away when I teleport. There we go. My little robotic companion. Let's pat him. Induce egg. Yes, give me an egg. Because I still need to see if I can, like, how big I can make them. Probably not that big. But, be kind of neat to make a supersized one that maybe I can ride on his head. I don't know, like, I don't even know if this will hatch here. Small and industrious. I'm going to refresh my my knowledge on doing the egg sequencing, I guess, because it's been so long I don't remember what does what with it. Yeah, I want to see if I can make a big floating robot head I can ride on top of. Should even act like a riding, like, animation. It should be a standing surfing animation. They should make that. So you're not riding with your legs, around them. you're standing on top surfing the robot head. That would be a more entertaining looking option for the floating robot head. They should do that. That's a need to be done for this specific thing. Okay, so I was 3 and now I'm back to this. So yeah, chlorine, time consuming, but makes a good bit of money. I'm getting close to that monetary limit. Actually, I'll just go ahead and do it all the way across because I am going to. All of those are still fully loaded. You know, I wonder now if there's a mod that disables the restriction of putting your refiners too close together. Like, turns off that, you know, there's too many refiners in this area message where you can just keep building them closer and closer. If there is, that would be a good mod for me to have, because I could just compress some of this down. I'll just put that in there. Not sure why that one's going so much longer. It's odd. It's like it... Oh, it's... Okay, so apparently I missed one batch. And I missed that one too. Oh, wrong way. Bench is 2 logs with a plank, not a full leather couch. Yeah, that's... Again, you know... It goes back to, like, you got different players that are gonna want different things with the games. Like, some players, it doesn't matter that you don't have to go and make like a leather tanning setup, and you have to go and get the hide and actually make the leather, and then try to, you know, learn to stitch it to make a leather couch. You know, it's like Green Hell. What is the bed? It's a bed where you literally put some logs together, and then you lay some planks on it, and then you lay a bunch of leaves down on top of it. That's it. It looks exactly like that. Like you laid a bunch of leaves down on top of this platform being held up by some logs. So, you know, you get that realistic look to it. And like, you know, in Green Hell, you actually are adding the leaves, you know, bit by bit to it. You know, but some people like the fact that they could do a little bit more creative decorating like that. Again, I think in the end you got to keep things at least to a theme. Like if your game is focused on realism around certain elements, you should focus on realism in terms of the way like your furniture and such is done, the decorations. But you know, you should have some freedom for players to be able to do something else and have fun with it, you know? I'm trying to think, you know, you gotta think of it this way, like devs are thinking from a programming standpoint, and they don't always think in the logical direction. Like, here's a basket made of sticks that are stacked together a certain way to give me storage. It's not something I pick up and move, but it's something I can, you know, put stuff in that'll hold it in place. Well, you know, you could take that apart and rebuild it somewhere else, and you don't lose any sticks. But you'll have devs that will do that, where in the game you are literally going to take it apart and lose some of the materials for that, which doesn't make sense. Now, something where you chop it up, you know, break it into pieces, yeah, it makes sense that you know, you don't get back, oh, I put in 4 logs. Well, I had to split 2 logs into planks, so I put those in. Oh, I messed that up. And now, because of that, Alright, hang on. I threw myself off of that. Yeah, okay, you take, like, here's 3 logs, and then 2 logs you're gonna split in planks. Well, you don't get 5 logs back. You should get the planks back, you know, when you take it, if you take it apart. If you have to actually do something like break it to get things apart, yeah, I could see it being like, hey, here's this thing that you kind of fitted together a certain way. It's kind of locked together. It's not gonna come apart without breaking it. Sure. But, you know, or, like brick. You're putting brick down, you're putting some kind of mortar or something like that on there to help fill it in. You're not going to sit there, hang on, let me get this one brick. Okay, get another brick. You're just going to take it apart. You're going to break it. But, you know, devs don't always think of that. They're thinking more in the code part. Like, what can they do? Like, hey, I'm going to put this garret. It's going to break the thing. This is going to work across everything. And that's easy. Instead of having to code it for individual things to work one way versus another way. Cosmetically, again, it goes back to, I think they should keep to the same feel. Like, if you're focusing on realism, don't put in a fancy looking leather couch. Just doesn't make sense. You know, which I see, you know, more of like with the Sons of the Forest, they're getting a less of the, oh yeah, here's a super fancy couch kind of thing. They're going more to that actual realistic type of look, even though realistically you still are very much off in some of the building aspects. You know, the Sons of the Forest, there are certain things better in Sons of the Forest than original game, like cutting holes in the floor to put like your stairs and everything was absolutely horrible in the original game. But Sons of the Forest, the overall build system's just bad. It's not enjoyable for me. It's more frustration than fun with the new build system. So there we go. We've got that one. You can't see the big floaty thing, but you can see that. See part of the flooring on that. Part of that there. Yep. Looks pretty good. I got this. If I want to keep building up, I might. Really wish we had like a big like beacon light type of thing. And granted, I do have. Oh, and now it's not part of my base. I gotta reload the save. That's glitched again. Give it a second. Yeah, just gotta think about things. Okay, so I've got a nice little inviting area. You come in. You're gonna sit down, chillax. You know, you got nice fire pit going. Everything got like a little decorative kind of. Still feel like I want to put something else there, but I got that one elsewhere. I need to pick another thing. Got food production, got the refining, got all that is functional. So if I come in, and of course, you go up to here, go over to that spot, you got refining. If you want to do something with the gas, the nitrogen, that's being fed from way over there. And I did not do teleporters for that. I might need to do a teleporter over here. Make it so I can teleport my way over there to fix problems. That might actually be the sensible thing to do now while I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure the short-range teleporter should work up this distance since the power's working. Man. Oh, yeah. Keeping it above the 5,000 item mark. I'm not sure how I just discovered this area. I say an area discovered. I am not sure how that works. Ooh, actually, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to do it inside. Oh, I forgot I did that. Okay. So it's not going inside. I'll just have to do it like this. Actually, you know what? I didn't do this on the other one. I probably should have. Make sure I don't fall off. Yeah. Short range, teleport. Well, I'm at the edge of the build limit, or the camera limit. Ooh, you know what? Power. Let's do power first before I forget about not having power turning anything on here. What? How's my power not working? Oh, it's that bug again. It's bugging and it's not acting like it's part of the base. It's like that stupid thing where you have to... I think I got it. Yep, I got it. You know, if you change from your view building to the camera view, it breaks the cable thing, so it deactivates the one you've already placed. There we go. All right, gonna come over here. Actually, what I'm doing. If you go into... Oh, I did break it. That's right. That's what happened. I had the power set there. I made a big mistake. Big boo-boo. Is all on me. I had my power on the wall that was sitting out here, and I disconnected everything. So... Yep, I made a big mistake. Big mistake. I'm not going to do the clock circuit over here. Okay. So this is my full-time power, which is going to that. Yep. And my... nighttime power. Oh, I'll just go ahead and link them this way. And link them this way too. Yep. Part of the reason why I like the whole wireless power aspect of some games. Oh, it didn't break it this time. Wow, okay. That's different. Most of the time, it's been breaking my power connection. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. I don't have to do any more. Oh, wait, not going there. I'm going over. Okay, wait, that's not connected. Okay, that's connected. That's right, I did a separate one for the power over here for the mining element. Oh, there it is. That's right. So I didn't want to have it all the way going there. Okay, so that should power everything back up. And again, you know, camera mode doesn't recharge your backpack. Alright, that is back and working. And that's working. Okay. Now, making some progress. Yeah, side by side. Step out of one, right to the other. So it goes in this direction. I'm following the link in the sky. Cannot build out of range. And there we go. I gotta go and reload the save. You know, or if I could see about putting like an external ladder on that. So I can actually, like, if I need to, climb up the big tower there using that ladder. I think it was on this level. Yep. Alright. Gotta restore. Sometimes, you know, big base outside normal limits kind of causes problems with it not always recognizing it's part of the same base. Timmy, you're back. Ow. Big yawn. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah. Here. You've been neglecting your duty. So you get to say hi. Say hi. You want to talk into the microphone? No? You want to sit here? Can you sit here like this for me? Can you sit? Look. I got your feet there. Yep, there you go. I'll sniff. And I'll sit here for a second. Thinking. Come on. Ah. I go falling. You didn't help me land that, Timmy. Oh, what are you doing? Yeah, look up. Look, camera. Oh, no, you don't do it. You stop being shy. I'm gonna scratch your neck in that good spot. Even that, you're just like, I'm not going on camera. I'm not looking at the camera. But he's like, I know that's a camera there. Yes, you do, don't you? You know the camera. You know there's a camera. Yeah. See, he's like right there. Look right there. Look. Quit avoiding the camera. Make eye contact. No? All right. Come on. You want to get in? Go to your bed. Sometimes he poses because he knows he's on camera, and there are times he's like, yeah, I don't feel like it today. Stop taking a picture of me. And he knows there's a camera there, and he avoids it. Absolutely avoids that. And please tell me this is not going to give me a problem. Because, I mean, I've got another base element over there. It should work. Out. Alright, so I messed up. I took away... See, that's stupid. That's really stupid. You know, out of base range. This is not the base. It's like, it's part of the base, but it's not the base. And he's gone again. You saw him for as long as he is willing to, you know, let you see him. What I could do? Well, no. Alright, we'll go back this way so I can make that teleporter work. Make sure it's not going to say I'm out of base range. Nope. It works here. It's just when I go to the other spot. I'm out of base range. But earlier, it was working over there perfectly fine when I was building. And not saying I was out of range. So it's just doing that thing again where it's like, yep, you're out of range even though you technically are not. It was being goofy right now. Alright. Here I go. Straight shot out to that. Sad part is it really isn't that far away that I'm trying to build to. Okay, now I can do a teleporter. And you know what? It's fine. I'll just go right here. Nothing crazy. I just see I got that there. Oh, okay. I need power. Come for that. And I need to teleport it. Yeah, it broke it that time, I think. You know, let me just make sure, because it is. So it doesn't always work right. There we go. Okay. All that just to finish building something there. I gotta be careful I don't break the pipe. Because then that breaks all my stuff. Always throws me off when the pipe stops showing visibly because I get too far away. Alright. There it goes. Empty, but working. I go boop. Here I am. Check my extractors. Boom. Boom. Back in here. It's nighttime. Turn the lights on, please. There it goes. Has to think about it. There. This It's open, but I need something in this room. I need one more thing in here. Now I got bubble vats everywhere, so... There we go. A Palantir. So, you know, we can talk to people in Mordor. Alright. This honestly does look a lot better at nighttime now than the daytime visuals. Oh, Timmy's back again. Can't make up his mind. Wants to be here, then he doesn't want to be here. Just too big for one picture. Or too big for me to properly get in there with the camera mode. There, it kind of frames it a little bit. There, that's the base. Over 5,000 pieces in the base. Actual production. Kind of decorative stuff. Parking for the 3 good exocraft. You know, the real utility ones outside of water, of course, because there's no water here. And, I mean, was it 8 levels, I think it was? Last time, I can't remember now, but I think I did 8 levels. Each level is a separate trunk on the production. So every level has only a certain degree of the diminishing returns affecting it. So yeah, you have to go through 8 levels to get your, activate indium, but it's better. I need to redo the power on that so they can flash together too. Maybe. Oh, and I didn't get, or maybe I did do power up there, but it's not showing because it's too far away. Kind of looks like I didn't. I'm afraid I'm not going to do that right now because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to go over there and it's going to deafen me and probably everybody watching. So I'll have to come back and fix that. All right, so mining, big storage, a lot of power. The cargo themed delivery area for landing. We've got 2 alternative pads. We got the 9th regular landing pad over there. We've got the big landing tower, 8 normal landing pads. Each level's got a teleporter down to the base or to the ground level. Then we got the sub levels, which are the vaults. So you have your access to your storage. That's just stairs. We got teleporter from there to here. We got a teleporter from in there up top. Got a teleporter from there out there. We got a teleporter going from there to there. 3 power circuits. The main one is always on. The solar one is triggered by a solar panel, so it's on at night like you see here. And then I have the 3rd one, which is the clock circuit, which turns on, turns off, and is used for some of these themed lights for that. All in all, I feel pretty good with how this has ultimately turned out. Yeah, some goofy shapes in some places. My vehicles keep kind of sliding out of place on their little landing pads, but a lot of stuff going on here. 5,000 pieces. Unfortunately, yeah, cannot upload it for, I guess, community spotlight, since you kind of have to upload for that. But I'm fine with that. So let's see. I should have on that picture. It's got the coordinates. I will. You know what? After this, I'll go ahead. I'll post that. Actually, I'm gonna do a few pictures real quick while I got this going. I'm gonna do a bunch of pictures. So we got the main one. I'll just do a post on Twitter, or you know what, community tab saying, hey, come check out the base. I consider it pretty much done at this point. If you want to come check it out, here's your coordinates. And feel free to join in the look, you know, come see it sometime. What the? I think that is a glitch, visual glitch, because I'm pretty sure that was there. I'm pretty sure that was there. I don't remember having a mistake where I deleted that. Oh, I might fix those real quick. Yeah, that was a visual glitch. Because it's back now. Okay, so now I want to get... Oh, what? Wrong way. I want to get all 3 vehicles properly on their paths. It's hitting me walking past it, trying to get it back in its parking spot. Let me get over here. Focus more on this. And let's see if it'll let me slip in through here. No, it won't. That's one thing I don't get. Why the photo mode cannot go through some of the wall sections. Because that's what it's for. It's a photo mode. It's not like we're searching for any kind of special secrets. You know? Not like I'm uncovering something that is going to just ruin my gameplay. Alright, so that's all of this. Actually, I might get those at daytime because that's going to look better since it's a little bit dark right now. I can get this because this is a bit more interesting looking at night. Plenty of power. We've got the mining. Yes, that's good. Oh, wait, you know what? I don't have to wait for daytime. That's right. It's photo mode. I keep thinking like photo mode Starfield. Because that is so limited. And, well, of course, now that's not rendering in, so. Yeah, photo mode Starfield does not include an ability to change the day. Like the time as far as the photo, which makes very little sense. Like, it's a photo mode. You want to be able to control stuff and show, like, things like that. And, of course, now I get back to things not rendering right. Alright, well. Yeah, alright, so a few little polish up spots I could do here and there as I need to. I feel pretty good about this. Jason, what do you think? Felonious, what do you think? Is it spicy enough? Have I done enough that I can call this kind of done? That we can wrap it up a bit on this base. At least this base, you know. I mean, there's still other stuff I can do, but at least this base. I mean, I'm at 5,102 items. So even if I just add and subtract a few here and there, it's still not going to be that much more. See how big I can make this. Not that big. I need to pick more wonders. Well, you know, I wonder about the wonder. There was that really big creature I had come through here earlier. Really big one. Not the most imposing looking one. Looks like a big herbivore, but if I could get that one because of its size, I wonder if it would let me do a really big projection of it. By like maxing out the size of the wonder projector, if it would be similar to that. The base is nuts. Spicy nuts. You know, if there was more cosmetic options on some things, I could do things a little differently in some stuff. Like maybe have like the landing pad floors with a little bit more stuff. Maybe like if there was enough variety for couches and things, maybe be like, hey, if you want to just come in, chill for a minute, you can. Maybe you're supposed to watch the ship while the captain goes somewhere else. Sure. I just don't see a need for it because, I mean, most part, you're going to land, you're running here, you're going to be like, hey, I'm going to hop in here, drop down, you know, and you just got this nice little drop down, lets you look down below. I might add more of those signs, though. That kind of looks neat. I didn't even try that. You see that sign at the, like, lower level there? Even think about that. It kind of gives a nice look having it be like that. Oh. I somehow glitched out the door, or I backed out the door somehow to the side. Yeah, that actually kind of worked. Pretty interestingly. I think I'm going to add that real quick. That's not anything I had in the picture, so that won't make a difference. That has a nice look to it. It's not quite, but it makes me think almost like those infinity mirrors, you know, that style of design. Like that same kind of visual effect of an infinity mirror. All right, let's go to 4. Also, I would like to have signs, you know, if possible for this. But don't. See what? One point you could do. There was number. Maybe I didn't unlock the numbers yet. I remember I had the option to put numbers in, so maybe I need to go check the. Well, I need to go anomaly anyway. It's time to go and do the weekend. You know, you gotta do the weekend session to get everything. Get your what is it? Quicksilver. I never use it enough, so I always forget. I wonder if there's like any place you can look to see the biggest base made yet in No Man's Sky. Like, obviously there have to be some restrictions. Like, you don't just sit there and build a lot of like small, like you're not using the little quarter-sized platform stuff instead of a full-size platform. Like, you know, you can't cheat your way around the element count. But I wonder if there's some place where, you know, somebody like you can submit for review and they like keep track of like who's got the biggest base out there. Not to say I think I would be it. I just like the idea of like I would like to be able to look and see what's been posted, if there is a thing like that, and if there is a thing, like how many items do some people use in their bases? You know. Oh, I have no salvage data. How do I have no? Did I put it somewhere else by accident? I had salvage data. I didn't use it all. I did not use it all. I know that. I don't think I sold it. Or did I sell it? Because I was like, I don't think I need it. I had salvage data. And now I don't. Did it not restore that from that death thing that it did when I blew myself up once again? Oh, come on. I had some salvage data. Where did it go? Am I just overlooking it? Alright, whatever. I'm going to look and see, because I feel like there was number decals at one point that I remember seeing. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I need... Yeah, I don't use those. But I need to get the number decals because I need to put the floor numbers. So I've got to go get some salvage data again. Somehow. I don't know how I lost it. I had salvage data. I'm out of salvage data now. Okay, I'll have to go and do that. That'll be something else I'll do for the base before, you know, I call it completely done. But I want to do like the floor numbers, basically like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I really care about. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, number 1, so people know which one to go to, so they can get to it. You know, oh yeah, I was on parking deck 2. You know, teleporter 2. I may do like, after I finish polishing everything up, I'll do like a little display, you know, walkthrough video of the base, maybe. Like not a live stream, do an actual video for it. But yeah, I just need like 1, 2, 3. Well, I could put it in there like 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Natural burial site. There's that. Oh, that's not that far away. I go get that one. Is start my recovery work. Pretty sure that has to have been spawned in, because I know I've been through this area a few times before getting stuff. Yeah, it'll be nice. Restore. So he doesn't get mad at me, you know, for sitting here messing up the landscape. Well, that's not that far. I'll go get another one. If I get like 2 or 3 pieces. So I know I need the top one. And there was a second one. And then I think I can get one. So I'm gonna need a bunch still, but at least this will give me a few in this area. I go one of the other planets. Yep. That and fusion accelerant look so similar. They really do. Like they're so close together on the image. Oh, there's that one. There. What's your name? What's your name, big guy? All right. Panthico. Oh wait, no, yeah, it's that. Panthico. That one. Add to wonders. There. I can't. So I seriously cannot name it like just whatever. Big boy. All right. I can hear that bit of the mining rigs going. You know what? Yeah, fine. Let's just do... We'll build it out here and just see how big it will get. Not like I'm hurting for any of these resources. Select. Big boy. Oh, so it just makes them about life size. That's all it does. Didn't actually make them that big. That honestly looks bigger than the other one, and those are not that big. I've already got that up there. I don't want to reuse it. Okay. I just want to see if it would actually, like, enlarge it that much. It did not. Okay. Well, and now my ship's moved down here. That's fine. That's much easier on me. Ooh, you know, maybe I might save that for like my little walkthrough video of this, where because I was just thinking like the whole solar trigger thing where it turns the lights on at night. Somebody might want to see that setup, so I might save that for like the little video where I do like a little walkthrough of it. But yeah, I feel pretty good about this base. A lot of hours of live stream work on this, and over 5,000 pieces in it. Actually, over 5,100, right? Yeah, 5,106 pieces in it right now. I gotta swap a couple things out, so I'll put a few more. Not a lot more, just a few more. And yeah, Jason, that's what she said. Sorry, had to do it. You gave me the opportunity. I had to do it. But yeah. And so yeah, I'm going to share these pictures afterwards if anybody, you know, wants to come visit, check it out. And there's utility for it. Run around. If you got your Atlas Pass, free stuff from these. There's multiple ones around here. You know, you got well, I think it's gonna say it's in use because I'm using them. But if not, if it doesn't cause a problem, there's 15 total refiners throughout this area. And you grab yourself some activated indium and such. There's 4 nutrient processors ready to go. Oh, I gotta get some more guys in here. I don't think I've got everybody. I may actually take that out. Take some of those out, put some more of these specialists in there. So I do need to get the specialists done. But I don't have all of them. I need the weapons guy and then the exocraft guy. So yeah, I could throw those in later. So you'll have, you know, if you want to come by, you've got nutrient processors, you got refiners to use. There's the activated indium, there's nitrogen. There's plenty of stuff around here to help. And there's a rainbow. Also, all the parking spots, plenty of ships coming in, do trades with and such. Which I kind of like that aspect. It feels more real, having like actual NPCs just flying in and stopping. That's why I like, yeah, you could do that with the settlements, but the settlements are still so restrictive to a degree. Like, you don't get to really choose where things go. It just kind of like, oh, hey, it's going to put it over here. You choose what it is, but it's not going to let you choose where it goes. So I wish there was more of a blend of that aspect with this, where you could produce things with that happening. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't use it because it'll mess with the system economy, but somebody might need to make some purchases. So I'm gonna put them a little, maybe not right there. I kind of don't want to put it on the wall like that. Yeah, it's free placement. Let's just do that. I might have it intersect a little bit there. Like that. That's fine. Yeah, like that. I'm not worried about it, but somebody might be like, I want to go and, you know, check the local inventory, buy some stuff. Maybe they need some metal plating real quick, you know? And then boom, you know, it gets dark enough, everything lights up. Again, I think if they could add a dimmer switch type of thing to it, or a proper clock where you actually can set it based on the time. Like right now it's 1854, 1855. You can set it to that, say like at 1800, turn the lights on. That would be great too. That would get rid of the whole solar circuit I'm having to do. Yep, okay. I feel okay. That's good. You got this look down in there, nice visuals. Yep, not look down. Is a paradise planet? Yes, there's storms, but they're not like super heated storms or anything like that. You just got the storms. You're good. So, yes, paradise planet. Base is done. There we go. I feel like I've done pretty well with this base. This is gonna be the last base I'll worry about building right now on Livestream. So yeah, that's my point. Trying to get this as close to done as possible today, because you know, I see now I only got like 497 out of 700 blueprints. I gotta get those numbers up. I'll work on that. Not sure why the materials and items is so low, but yeah, I feel like I do need a break from this one, just because you know, a lot of base building, it gets so far, but then kind of, you know, it starts to wear. Take a break from this. We'll go back and start a brand new session of Planet Crafter, since we're about to get an update for Planet Crafter this coming month. And now I can let Timmy show himself off for a moment. And oh yeah, Jason, that was one thing again I was talking about earlier with the forest, Sons of the Forest. They added a new setup. Let me bring that up real quick. Sorry, Timmy, you'll be looked at in a moment. So a new patch adds a new cave, but also a pickaxe, so you can mine solidifite mineral to create new buildable structures. They've added, and then they've added a second question mark item. And more AI improvements for the cannibal fighting and everything. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that you see like how much more they're going with this, and some of this makes me think of, you know, the Infected, because the Infected already had like the whole mining thing going too before that. And of course they did another little hot fix to fix things with that. But yeah, that's kind of interesting that that's going on, and I feel like they're kind of taking influence from each other to a degree. Like, oh yeah, like I said early in the live stream, how the Infected already had the electricity part, and now we've got, you know, we're getting more and more of that in Sons of the Forest, and it's following in the same kind of path as the way Infected has it done. So yeah, I think Ignite's taking some inspiration from the Infected, is my opinion on that. All right, now we go back to Timmy, because he's the star. He's the one everybody wants to see. And I see Stardew Valley finally has like an update coming out after like nothing forever. You know. So that's kind of interesting. A Stardew Valley update. And then we've got, of course, a new update already coming again for Forever Skies. Is basically like, I guess they waited so long. They're like, hey, we need to give them a little something. So they gave us the repair sprayer thing, you know, update. And now we've got another one that's coming with more of a focus on some new threats. I wouldn't say enemies, because it looks like it's just the creatures. So it's more like threats. And more of a thing with the other viruses. We're actually going to need stuff like to deal with other viruses and such. Not like enemies that hunt you down kind of thing. Not like those big mantises we saw in the beginning with it, where you get saved by that. Is more of just, it's environmental. It's kind of like green hell. You know, you're not being stalked necessarily across the map by a jaguar, but if you come close to a jaguar, it's gonna attack you. What are you doing, Timmy? It's like, I don't know, I'm just... Oh, dang, I forgot to turn Timmy off. I'm sorry. I forgot I turned it off earlier because he got up and left me. Come on, look at that. Look at that face. Look at that face right there. Keep my hand here. Oh. There you go, laying down. So, what's up? You wanna come here? Oh, there. Better view of the Timmy. Come on, look up. Look up. You're too dark. You're too dark. They can't see your face. They can't see the details. If you hold your head down. Turn that off again so you can get. Oh, look at that. You see that dog right there? That's you. That's you, dog. He is so like, I don't care about this. Put me down. Ooh. Timmy, you are photogenic, aren't you? Tell him, you are photogenic. You just, sometimes you don't feel like being photogenic. You want to sit? Come on. Sit. Oh, I'll scoot over a little bit. He got, I'm going to say maybe fatter. I don't know about bigger. Like, I mean, he's 8. He's not growing. But he did get, like, maybe a little chunkier. You know, he, was it last week I went, I decided I was going to go back to a low carb, kind of low carb, not like keto low carb, but like a little bit more low carb. And Aldi had a deal going where I got 4.5 pounds of chicken breast tenders, tenderloins, and it's $11. So in the end, it was like, it filled my entire baking sheet when I cooked them. So I was like, all right, Timmy, I don't think I could eat that. Like, basically a pound a night is what I was eating, because that was 4 meals for me. And I was like, I don't know if I can eat a pound of chicken every night this week to do this. It was more than I thought I was going to get. So he got some chicken every night last week. I think that may have contributed. He got a little chunky, didn't you? You got chunky? Did you get chunky? What are you talking about? That look to like the side eye, like what? So you like chicken? He likes salmon, steak, whatever. If it's meat, he eats it. Is that right? You do for dinner soon. Me too. I'm hungry. He gets to go see his grandmama's new car tomorrow, but not ride in it yet. Let's see. It's actually end of this month. The 26th will be the 5 years since I adopted him, and actually 5 years since I picked him up. And you see, like, how much better he looks. Like when I got him, this was all still bald from where they had to shave him to cut and get in to get the heartworms out. So he's actually got fur again. I was starting to think for a while he wasn't ever going to get his fur to grow back, but it finally grew back. He's got a regular look furry neck, don't you? You got a furry neck. But that's still his favorite spot to be scratched. Because he's got the little scar there. Kind of can feel it a little bit. He likes getting it scratched. Your scar itchy. Alright, I'll let you sit down. Nope, nope, nope. You're not escaping. You sit. Sniff your... Alright, come on. We'll put... I'll put this back on you. Big collar. His fitness collar. Let's see how you're doing today. You haven't been moving as much. We didn't get to go play because I was tied up with grandmama. You gotta have to. Wow, you've been walking all over the house while I was gone, haven't you? You got plenty of steps in today. You've just been walking all over, huh? I guess he didn't sit still while I was gone. I guess he's just like he's walked a bit today. It looks like. All right, what do you want? He's like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? What do you want? You need to go outside? You go outside, backyard. Got pee? You got pee? You got to tell the yep. He says yes. I gotta pee. Come on, what you gotta do? They don't hear you. They just know you took off on me. You got pee? You gotta go. Nope. Okay. He's just gonna scratch. Come on, tell them. Say if you sound off, we'll go. Sound off. No, don't sneeze at me. All right, never mind. He's like, I'm just gonna go over here and run around on the floor. Timmy, you want to go pee? You go pee? Outside? Backyard? Backyard? Oh, you growling now. Come on. Backyard. Backyard. Say it. Sound off. Sound off. I don't know if you hear that. Sound off. Loud. Woo-woo. Come on. Oh, he's waking up. He has the yawn. Sound off. Outside? Backyard? Sound off. Nope. He gave up. All right, yep, we're going to wrap it up because he obviously wants to go do some business. So, thanks for hanging out, guys. Next week, I might take like a week off. I don't know yet. I'm kind of debating on it just to give myself a little break. I should have done that today since I should have known it was going to take that long for my mother's, to get all the financing and everything done for her new car. I might skip next week. I don't know yet. I'll post about it later, but we will go and switch to Planet Crafter next and do some more stuff with that and the new update and just have fun again. But thanks for hanging out. Go have a good rest of your day, rest of your weekend, and be safe, and we'll see you next time.